Snowboarding hit the slopes at the Universiade back in 1995, but the slopestyle is the latest discipline to join the party. It was supposed to make its debut in Erzurum in Turkey 2 years ago. The windy conditions meant it was cancelled, so it makes its official entrance into the Universiade here in Trentino on the slopes of Monte Bondone. It's overcast today. There's a fresh fall of snow. That is going to slow things down. Certainly not the easiest of conditions for the tricks and flicks required in slopestyle. Well, Tamara Truchon came into the women's final full of confidence after a very comfortable qualification. The 22-year-old from Laval University in Quebec nailed her opening run to sit in second place and relaxed on her second run to finish fourth. Come the final, though, and a fall early on her first run dented that confidence, and another fall on her first jump of the second run saw the rest ebb away. By that point, it was too late to recover. Score of 34.25, the best the Canadian could muster. Fifth in overall she finished. Audrey McManamon was making her second appearance of these games, having come up short in the semi-finals of the half-pipe competition, 2 places away from a spot in the final. McManamon with great pedigree in this event, though, having taken gold at the Youth Winter Olympics in Innsbruck in 2012. The 18-year-old from Segep Garneau in Quebec City aced qualification with a top score of 74.25, but then struggled in the final. Poor landing on the second jump of her first run, seeing her down the leaderboard with 51.5 points, and it would get even worse second time down. Caroline Herkel was another to miss out on the half-pipe finals, falling just 1 place short in the semis. No such problems here, though, for the 20-year-old Swiss from the University of Bern. Despite a poor opening run in qualifying, she managed 61.75 on her final run to qualify for the final in third place, just ahead of Truchon. Herkel, a big air specialist, winning a Europa Cup event on home snow in Engelberg in 2010. In the final, she was a model of consistency, 71.25, good enough for a medal position after the first run. The second run even better, 74.75 points, sewing up the bronze medal. But the top 2 were just out of reach. There would be 2 medals for Switzerland in this event, their first of the women's snowboarding events here in Trentino. Carla Someni came up just short in the half-pipe competition with a 5th place finish. In the slopestyle, though, the 22-year-old from the University of Basel recovered from a poor opening qualifying run to finish second with a score of 65.25. In the final, though, she would really hit that big air. Someni's opening run really impressed the judges, 78.25 points, well deserved for a full run of vim and vigour. Unable, though, to improve second time down, she went for broke, but that opener, good enough for a silver medal. The gold medal, though, went to New Zealand, their first medal of any colour at these games. Natalie Good didn't exactly impress in qualification, an opening run worth 59.75 points, booking a spot in the final in 5th place. In that final, though, the student from the University of Waikato in Hamilton was a completely different animal. Her opening run, by far the best from any competitor throughout the event. Technique superb, daring in the air off the jumps. 81.25 points the score, making the Kiwi the only person to break the 80-point barrier and fully deserving of that gold medal. Superb performance from Natalie Good, and well deserving of becoming the first person to win the slopestyle amongst the women. That's how it finished. Good taking the bronze, silver for Switzerland, bronze for Switzerland, the Canadians 4th and 5th, and then a bunch of Americans to follow. Now the men also in action on Monte Bondone, 17 competitors from 10 different countries. The Austrians took gold in the cross and the parallel giant slalom, and the Spaniard Ruben Vegas took the half-pipe, but who would come through the slopestyle? Well, Benedict Kiss is a student at the Budapest Business School. He didn't quite get his spreadsheet right for this one. He qualified for the final in second spot with a best of 84.5, but he couldn't match that in the final. No problems with his opening run. The 21-year-old impressing the judges with work through the air and on the rail, enough to clock 76.50. That put him 4th overall. Unfortunately, his second run was littered with errors, just 25.50 points, and the Hungarian had to settle for 5th. The US had 4 men in the final, all of them from Westminster in Salt Lake City. Brolima Weje and Mal Pryor fell by the wayside, literally, but computer science student Aidan Mellon pushed himself into contention with a first run of 78.75, far better than his qualifying mark of 71.75. Good enough for third at that point, unless someone else improved on their second run. They did, and Mellon could only muster a second run of 53. He missed out on a medal by coming in 4th position. Well, with the women going well, the Swiss had high hopes of a medal after Raphael Imhoff qualified third for the final with a tick of 84.25. The 22-year-old, who's at college in Sierre, had already picked up bronze in the halfpipe, so confidence was high. He couldn't match his qualifying mark, but Imhoff did clock 81.25 to take a handle on the bronze medal position. The second run, as with most of the snowboarders, was worse, just 37.25, but he had still done enough to secure his second bronze medal of the Universiade. Another of the Salt Lake City gang, Billy Wandling, and his teammates practice in Olympic conditions. His qualifying, not so impressive, 5th best in 78 dead. He knew that a score of 80 plus would put him in the frame, however. The communications and marketing student, flumping his opening run, just 66.5, had him well out of the medals, but a cracking second run scored him 84.75, and that was good enough to give him silver and knock his teammate Mellon off the podium. The Swiss were already pleased as punch to have taken the bronze medal through Imhoff in the men's, but the big prize still awaited them. Philippe Hanny from the University of Bern giving nothing away in qualifying, just 67.75. Good enough to get him into the final, but hardly going to have the opposition trembling at the knees. But his first round was the one that secured the gold medal, total control over the course, laughing in the face of the slow snow and the awkward jibs. He clocked 86.25 points on his first run, a point and a half more than Wandling in the second. Hanny's second run, not so pretty, but by then it didn't matter because at that stage the 24-year-old had become the first ever winner at the Universiade of the snowboarding slopestyle. Congratulations to him. So gold and bronze for the Swiss, silver for the USA. The slopestyle, a terrific addition to the Universiade program.
Faccio un passo, lui mi vede già fuggito. Respiro la nebbia, penso a te. No, che cosa sono adesso non lo so. Sono un uomo in cerca di se stesso. No, cosa sono adesso non lo so. Sono solo il suono del mio passo. E intanto il sole tra la nebbia filtra già. Il giorno, come sempre, sa